Today, I want to talk to you about a subject I've talked about before, and that is the amount of U.S. nationals that are making active preparations to get a Plan B passport, or at least a residence visa somewhere else. I just read a couple more articles in the last couple of weeks from various publications. And, there are these firms that do nothing except coordinate these kinds of visa or citizenship activities, the Plan B. They've been around for a while. They're nothing recent. And depending on which firm it is, they're reporting increases of 660%, 850%, 900%, 1,000%. It's growing substantially in terms of percentage. Now, one thing I want to remind you about percentages is, without context, sometimes percentage doesn't mean much. I think it was the great economist that had that wonderful quote, the great economist Aaron Levinstein, and his quote about statistics was, and boy, I hope I remember this correctly. His quote about statistics was, "Statistics are like bikinis. What they reveal is suggestive, but what they conceal is vital." Ain't it the truth? So let me give you an example of what he was talking about. So, it's not like millions of people are getting ready to get on a plane and go be a citizen or permanent resident, get a permanent resident visa in another country. We're talking, thousands of people, not millions of people. There's over 330 million people in the United States. So, a great way to put this in perspective is, if you've got a group of 100,000 people, right, and one of them likes liverwurst, and then the next time you check in with that group of 100,000 people, 3 of them like liverwurst. So statistically, that looks pretty grand, right? That's a 300% increase. That's unbelievable, right? No. It's still only 3 out of 100,000 people. It's nothing. It's a sliver. So, keep that in mind when you are listening to this, when you read those articles. But the numbers are spiking. Now, before I go any further, if you like this content, and if you like the content you've seen from me before, hey, why don't you subscribe? Give us a like, subscribe. We'd like to grow the channel. That would be great. Certainly would be one of the goals. It would meet one of the goals here. So, yeah, go ahead. Give it a try. Now, back to the main part of the menu here. I guess the overarching question is, why? Why are more and more people looking for a Plan B? Well, it's probably not what most people would answer first. It's not just political. There's a lot of, it's a universe of different reasons that are given in the survey. So sure, the political climate, that's a big one. It's in there, right? But just as big, and in some age cohorts, like my age cohort, it's just financial. It's economics. Many seniors, many people that are almost seniors, they have decided that it's going to be rough sledding. Really, really rough sledding for them in their, quote, golden years in the United States. It's going to be tough, really tough, and maybe impossible. And so instead of waiting and waiting and waiting until finally they have to do something suddenly because it's an emergency situation, they're planning ahead. And hey, I tip my hat to them. That's great. They should be. So that's a big reason. Some people, are just looking for a break, a mental and emotional break. They find the United States too stressful for, again, a universe of reasons, whether it's violence or whether it's, let's face it, we live in a hyper-consumerist society. Whatever the reason, they want to take a mental and emotional vacation. And, maybe they'll be back. Maybe they won't. Maybe they just need a break. A year, 2 years, 3 years. Or maybe they'll get wherever they're going and just say, hey, I'm sleeping a lot better at night now. And I'm not afraid, when I go outside. And if they have kids, I'm not afraid that my kid's going to get shot at school. Whatever. There's some bad stuff going on. So, that's part of it. Some people are just simply, they're just simply saying, it's my time. I've wanted to do this for a long time, or maybe I just wanted to do it since last week, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a little adventure. Or whether the person in question is 25 or 35 or 65 or 75. They say, well, time is fleeting. I'm going to go somewhere else for a little while, see what it's like, because I want to. So whatever the reason, people are preparing to leave and actually leaving in greater numbers than they were before. Again, this is not any tidal wave, okay? And, you get on Reddit or Twitter, X now, or Facebook, and people are saying, all these people are not leaving. Some are, like I said, a sliver. But it is increasing. It's definitely increasing. And once again, where they're going or where they wish to go, for the most part, in this recent surge, it's defying the stereotype. So it's not Europe. Most of these people, according to the firms that coordinate these, most of these people are looking at Latin America or Southeast Asia. So the big hitters in Latin America, the big three that lots of people are looking at apparently, are Costa Rica, Panama, and Uruguay. You didn't see that one coming, did you? Uruguay is kind of a great little secret. I started looking at it a few years ago. It's more expensive than the typical Latin American country. It's like the middle class Latin America, but it's super stable, extremely low crime, currency very stable. Everything's great. It's easy to get a visa there. Now, it is a long, long, long ways away. It's at the bottom of South America, next to Argentina. Shares the border with Argentina. It's a long way. So it's not like it's not like Costa Rica where you could, fly to the States pretty quick. Panama too. I mean, Panama, you can fly to the States pretty quick too. Not to Minnesota, but you could certainly fly to Texas or Florida pretty quick from Panama. So those are the three. Those are the three in Latin America, and in Southeast Asia, it's Malaysia and Thailand and what was the other one? It's not the Philippines. One of my faves. It's not the Philippines. The other one was Malaysia, Thailand, and I believe Vietnam, but I may not be remembering that correctly. And it may just be two. It may just be two in Southeast Asia. So, it's a different list. I mean, when I was younger, people talked about France. France, somewhere warm. France, southern France, Spain, Portugal. And people still talk about Portugal and Spain. Italy, Greece. But no, this new crop is looking further afield. Why? Well, again, it's a universe of reasons. It's a lot cheaper. The income requirements are cheaper. The visa requirements are lower. The residency requirements in terms of continuous days you have to stay, that's a lot easier than a lot of countries in Europe. So it's just an easier path. And a lot of these places, a lot of the places that I just mentioned, they're certainly far less expensive than the United States, but they still have very good or excellent medical care. They still have great infrastructure. A lot of them have great mass transit, most of them if you're in the cities. Lots of things that appeal to people that just want to get away from it all, that want to live some sort of, for a lot of people, they want to live a minimalist existence. Take a couple suitcases, go. So, you can rent in some of these countries. You can rent a furnished apartment, a nice furnished apartment, $300, $400, $500 all day long. And if you're on Social Security and you're getting $2,500 or $3,000 or even $2,000, that rent looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? Because I think the average rent in the United States is around $1,400 for a small one-bedroom apartment. That's the last number I saw. That's average. If you're in a big metro area, New York, LA, Chicago, Dallas, Miami, it's going to be much, much, much more than that. You get $2,500 a month in Social Security retirement benefits. That'll just about cover your rent. You just can't eat or get electricity or own a car because you can't buy gasoline or insurance for it. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty compelling from a financial perspective. And again, you throw in the other part, quote, getting away from it all, unquote. Hey, that's worth something. That's worth something, right? If you're my age, you have a lot more yesterdays behind you than you have tomorrows in front of you. Why fill those tomorrows up with stress? Wherever that stress comes from, whatever the stressors are, why fill it up with stress? You know? Be happy, relax, do whatever the heck you're gonna do all day. Be safe. Be safe from financial worry. I mean, this is all sounding pretty good, isn't it? Well, lots of other people think so too. And I don't know. I mean, I've been planning this for years, and I've been planning to go somewhere else in my retirement years, to go out of the country. I've been held up by, the need for some medical care here in the States. But I don't know. What about you? I mean, are you thinking about it? Or maybe we should start at the top. Are you doing something about it? Or are you just thinking about it? Or are you just not thinking about it at all? Say, no, that's not for me. I'm happy here. I got enough money. Maybe I can't live like a king, but I can be okay for, till I leave this place. Not your postal code, but this place in general, the big wide world. So I'm good. I'm okay. I don't want to live anywhere else. I don't want to learn a new language. I don't want to eat different food. None of that is appealing to me. And hey, that's okay. That's okay. You can stay put. But for other people, it's not okay. Like I said, for a variety of reasons. I don't know. Tell me, what do you think?